Can we talk about Emily Henry books? Oh, I love Emily Henry. Listen, I've read these 3 books. She recently came out with a new one. It's called The Happy Place. I am very excited to read it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I have really highly enjoyed everything that she has written, these 3. Particularly, it's hard to choose a favorite, but I think Book Lovers is probably my favorite. That was the first one of hers that I ever read. Now, if you're getting involved in Emily Henry, you're going to get a very cutesy romance. You're typically going to see 2 characters that are pretty polar opposites, which creates a pretty neat dynamic between the 2 characters, just because sometimes when characters are too similar, I don't know, it's not really believable. It doesn't seem as creative as it possibly could be. But we have Nora, who is our main character here, and Charlie. Nora is a literary agent, and Charlie is an editor. And once again, they're polar opposites. Although Nora isn't your typical heroine. She's not necessarily bright, sunshiny, happy-go-lucky. She's a very cutthroat literary agent. She's very dedicated to her work. She hardly lets anything come between her and her clients. And she has this really cute little sister named Libby. And they end up going together on a vacation to, it's Sunshine Falls, North Carolina, for the entire month of August, her and her sister. So it's a very cute sister trip. And of course, Charlie ends up in the same little small town. Nora and Charlie keep encountering each other on accident. It's a very small town. They can't avoid each other. And feelings just start to develop. And then you are thrown into this really cute little romance. So I highly recommend this book. I thought it was 5 out of 5 stars. Super cute. The next one I read of hers was called Beach Read. This one is a story between Augustus, we'll just call him Gus, and January Andrews. So again, they are polar opposites. Gus and January are both authors, but Gus writes literary fiction, while on the flip side, January writes best-selling romance novels. Now, they both are experiencing pretty severe writer's block, so they both go on this challenge to write in each other's genres, which is kind of interesting. They both end up at a beach house right next to each other, so this was very cute. I also gave this one a 5-star. I didn't like it quite as much as Book Lovers, but it was on par. I really did enjoy it. I would say absolutely, if you're considering Emily Henry, any of her books you will probably be happy with, but I would say if I had to recommend one, probably Book Lovers. And then the third one that I read of hers was People We Meet on Vacation. This one was really cute. Again, we have Poppy and Alex, polar opposites, kind of like a friends to lovers situation. But Poppy, now she is happy-go-lucky, super bright and cheery sunshine. Alex is more of a practical, let's just get it done kind of guy. But they've been friends since college, and they have the habit of going on trips together. However, their friendship had a falling out like 2 years ago, and apparently both of them were under the impression that everything was ruined. That is the one thing I wasn't quite on board with this book, was the reason they had a falling out. I didn't feel like it was enough of a reason to not talk to each other for 2 years when you're that close. But they end up having a reunion of sorts where they decide to go on one final trip together. And this is Poppy's attempt to fix their friendship. So there is a lot riding on this trip. And I gotta say, I did relate to her on this because she makes all these plans and she just wants everything to go perfectly on this trip. But some things just happen that are out of control. Like, for example, in the hotel that they're staying in, the AC goes out. It's in the middle of summer. It's really hot and miserable. So she's trying to constantly salvage the situation that is totally out of her control. There are other things that she was planning that somehow don't happen. They fall through and they just can't do it for whatever reason. And just the feeling of devastation for her because there's so much riding on this. She is trying to fix their friendship and these things keep going wrong, but it's very cute. It all turns out okay. I feel like I'm not spoiling anything because that is the reputation that Emily Henry has. You're going to get a very cute romance that has a happy ending. So I really liked all 3 of these. Once again, I think if I had to pick a favorite, I really liked Book Lovers, but I really highly enjoyed all of her work. Again, can't wait to read Happy Place. And also, I love her covers. I just think they're so pretty. And same thing goes for Happy Place. It's bright pink, so you'll notice she has a lot of these neon, very brightly colored books, so you can't miss them. They're really easy to find. I mean, shoot, you can order them on Amazon too, but you'll find her anywhere, Barnes & Noble, any bookstore. So I really like them. They are very fast-paced. They're very cute. I like the characters. They're very relatable. So if you decide to go forth and enjoy an Emily Henry novel, I think that you would like it. I don't know if you have any experience reading her work before, but I can say that personally, I really enjoy her writing.